Nigeria is not a poor country. Let's start there. We are rich in resources, rich in people, rich in talent, oil, intelligence, and labor. So when doctors are leaving, when hospitals are closing, when teachers are unpaid, and people are dying from illnesses that are treatable, it's time to stop and ask the small questions. James 4:17 says that anyone who knows the good that they ought to do and doesn't do it, that's sin. In Nigeria, hospitals are going on strike repeatedly, not because health workers don't care, but because many are underpaid or are being owed and are working under very poor working conditions. The truth matters and it must be fixed. But here's another truth we avoid. While negotiations are dragged on, while meetings are postponed, while promises are recycled, people are still getting sick. Emergencies don't wait, and illnesses don't respect strikes and notices. At some point, we were told that fuel subsidy had to be removed so that money could be redirected. So let me ask this question calmly and respectfully. Redirected to where? Because salaries are still not increasing. Doctors are still unpaid, teachers are still unpaid, schools are overcrowded, and hospitals are still overcrowded. Every year budgets are announced. Big numbers, big speeches, but on ground, nothing works. So again, the question remains, where is the money? There's no money to keep hospitals open, equip emergency wards, and pay health workers. But there's money to fuel 10, 20 escort vehicles to take just one person to the airport. This contrast is not accidental. It's a choice. Health workers take an oath to preserve lives, not to do harm. And yes, the system has failed them. Yes, they are stretched and frustrated. We must be honest. Refusing to treat critically ill patients because of monetary issues or strike is causing harm. Sometimes causing harm is not what we do, but what we refuse to do. James 4:17 says, anyone who knows the good that they ought to do, but refuse to do it, is sin. Now, this is not a condemnation, but a reminder. Two things that can be true. Doctors are a victim of a broken system, and patients are dying because of that same system. The government is sitting in the middle, failing both. Proverbs 24:11. Rescue those being led to death and hold back those being dragged to slaughter. Proverbs 24:11 says, we should rescue those who are being led to death and hold back those who are staggering towards slaughter. Sometimes help isn't dramatic. Sometimes it's just opening the hospital doors. Now, this is where it becomes personal for me. A couple of weeks ago, my cousin fell ill, and he called me to let my dad know that he wasn't feeling too well. A couple of days later, his wife calls to tell me that he's so sick that he can't even speak. That very day, I told them, take him to the hospital immediately. And the wife told me that they have taken him to Nyanya General Hospital, but they were on strike. So I said, go to Asokoro General Hospital. And she said, they've already been there as well, and they're on strike. I said, can you go to Federal Medical Center now? And she said, that's what they were planning to do. That she was actually just calling me to let me know that as soon as they got into the car, the man took his last breath and then just gave up. He didn't die because medicine didn't exist or his illness was not treatable. He died because help was unreachable. He is gone now. He left behind two children that are under the age of 3, a very young wife, and a very depressed mother. This is not just death. It is a ripple that will last a lifetime. Matthew 25:40 says, Whatever you do to the least of one of these, you do for me. How we treat the sick is how we value life. This is not anger, so please fix the system and pay healthcare workers. Respect their labor, absolutely. This is not anger, this is grief clarified. Fix the system, yes. Pay health workers, yes. Respect their labor, absolutely. But please do not let the sick become casualties of negotiation. A country that can afford excess can afford healthcare. A country that can announce budgets can protect lives. Someone is always on the way to the hospital and they deserve to arrive alive. This is Rebecca Unplugged, and today this is my truth, that humanity is your strength. Till next Sunday, stay safe, stay healthy, stay empathetic.